Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday and Sunday. You'll probably be familiar with the days of the week, but why are they called that? Well, to find the answer, we need to look up at the heavens to both the planets in our solar system and ancient gods from around the world. Monday is the day of the moon. Tuesday is the day of Tiw, a god of war, who's the English equivalent of the Norse god Tyr. Wednesday is the day of Warden, a god of wisdom, who's the English equivalent of the Norse god Odin. Thursday is the day of Thunor, a god of thunder, who's the English equivalent of the Norse god Thor. Friday is the day of Frigg, a goddess of marriage and motherhood. Saturday is the day of Saturn, the Roman god of time. And Sunday is the day of the sun. Okay, so we've got the days of the moon, Tiw, Warden, Thunor, Frigg, Saturn, and the sun. So 2 of the days, Monday and Sunday, are named after things in our solar system, the moon and the sun, while the other 5 days, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday and Saturday, are named after gods, Tiw, Warden, Thunor, Frigg and Saturn. You might have noticed though, that as well as being the Roman god of time, Saturn is also a planet in our solar system. In fact, all 7 days of the week are named after things in our solar system. Hang on though, there's nothing in space called Tiw or Warden. It turns out that there kind of is, which becomes clear when we look at different versions of each god. Different cultures around the world have different families of gods. Some of them we've already met. Tiw, Warden, Thunor and Frigg are gods from Old English mythology, and Tyr, Odin, Thor and Frigg are gods from Norse mythology. But all of those gods are also comparable to gods from Roman mythology and Hindu mythology. Let's look at Roman mythology. Tuesday is the day of Tiw. Tiw is a god of war, whose equivalent in Roman mythology is Mars. Now let's look at Wednesday, the day of Warden. Warden is a god of wisdom, but he also travelled between worlds and guided souls after death. Warden's equivalent in Roman mythology is Mercury. Next up is Thursday, the day of Thunor. Thunor is a god of thunder, whose equivalent in Roman mythology is Jupiter. Finally, we've got Friday, the day of Frigg. Frigg is a goddess of marriage, whose equivalent in Roman mythology is Venus. So in Roman mythology, Monday is the day of the moon, Tuesday is the day of Mars, Wednesday is the day of Mercury, Thursday is the day of Jupiter, Friday is the day of Venus, Saturday is the day of Saturn, and Sunday is the day of the sun. Sound familiar? The moon, Mars, Mercury, Jupiter, Venus, Saturn, the sun? They are all things in our solar system, and they were all named after those Roman gods. So although gods like Tiw and Warden don't have planets named after them, their Roman counterparts do. Another collection of gods are the Hindu gods, 7 of which symbolise things in our solar system. They have days of the week named after them in languages like Gujarati, Hindi and Tamil. In Hindi, the days of the week are Somvar, Mangalvar, Budvar, Guruvar, Shukravar, Shanivar and Ravivar. Somvar is the day of Soma, another name for Chandra, the Hindu god of the moon. Mangalvar is the day of Mangala, the Hindu god of warfare, who symbolises the planet Mars. Budvar is the day of Buddha, the Hindu god of intelligence, who symbolises the planet Mercury. Guruvar is the day of Guru, another name for Brihaspati, the Hindu teacher god, who symbolises the planet Jupiter. Shukravar is the day of Shukra, the Hindu god of demons, who symbolises the planet Venus. Shanivar is the day of Shani, the Hindu god of justice, who symbolises the planet Saturn. And Ravivar is the day of Ravi, another name for Surya, the Hindu god of the sun. Did you know that the days of the week have the same naming system in many other languages too? Let's have a look at the days of the week in French. Lundi, mardi, mercredi, jeudi, vendredi, samedi, dimanche. You might be able to spot the similarities already. Mardi, Mars. Mercredi, Mercury. Jeudi, Jupiter. And vendredi, Venus. What about lundi? Well, lundi, like Monday, is still named after the moon. Luna is the Roman goddess named after the Latin word for moon. That's why spacecraft that have touched down on the moon are called lunar landers. How about Samedi? Well, you might think that, like Saturday, Samedi is named after Saturn. In fact, Samedi is the day of the Sabbath, which is a day of rest and worship in Judaism and some Christian denominations. What about Dimanche? Dimanche, or Sunday, is also considered the day of worship in the Christian faith. So Dimanche is the day of Dominus, which is a Latin word for Lord and a term for the Christian God. Other languages that get words from Latin, like Spanish, Italian, and Welsh, share the same sort of system. In Spanish, the days of the week are lunes, martes, miércoles, jueves, viernes, sábado, and domingo. In Italian, they're lunedì, martedì, mercoledì, giovedì, venerdì, sabato, and domenica. And in Welsh, they're dydd Llun, dydd Mawrth, dydd Mercher, dydd Iau, dydd Gwener, dydd Sadwrn, and dydd Sul. Did you know that some languages don't name the days of the week after planets or gods? The days of the week in some languages are just called day 1, day 2, day 3, and so on. In Chinese, the days of the week are Xingqi, Xingqi-er, Xingqi-san, Xingqi-si, Xingqi-wu, Xingqi-liu, and Xingqi-re. Xingqi is the Chinese for period or week, and er, san, si, wu, liu, and re are the Chinese words for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and sun. The same sort of numbering system is found in languages like Ukrainian, Polish, Lithuanian, and Mongolian. And languages such as Hebrew, Greek, and Icelandic also have numbered days of the week, but with the week starting on Sunday instead of Monday. Okay, so let's quickly remind ourselves. Monday is the day of the moon. Tuesday is the day of Tiu, a god of war, who's the English equivalent of the Norse god Tyr. Wednesday is the day of Warden, a god of wisdom, who's the English equivalent of the Norse god Odin. Thursday is the day of Thunor, a god of thunder, who's the English equivalent of the Norse god Thor. Friday is the day of Frigg, a goddess of marriage and motherhood. Saturday is the day of Saturn, the Roman god of time. And Sunday is the day of the sun. What's your favourite day of the week and why? Tell me in the comments below. Learn with Will is on Ko-fi, where you can support the channel with either a one-off donation or a monthly contribution. Just follow the link in the video description. If you like this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to learn science, English, maths and more with Will, and let me know what you want to learn next by commenting below or emailing info@learnwithwill.co.uk.